Hi guys, it's Vanessa. I'm here today with a haul video. I have a lot of brushes for you, and a few of the brushes are dupes for some popular brushes, so you should like that. I know that people had already been asking me about one brush in particular on Instagram, so we will start with that brush. So here it is. You guys are very familiar with this brush. Everybody knows this brush, the Nars Yachiyo brush. However, this is not the Nars brush. I picked this brush up actually on a very extensive internet search on eBay. Now, I never shop on eBay. I'm just one of those people who does not trust eBay. I just don't have the patience for it, and I always feel like I'm going to be the one person to get scammed. But this time, I was like most people, I did my homework on it. I looked up the seller. I saw a lot of YouTube reviews on this brush. However, the reviews I saw were all in Spanish, so if you don't speak Spanish, I don't know how else you would find it, but I am subscribed to a lot of girls over in Spain and Mexico and Brazil and that sort of thing, and a lot of them had mentioned this brush. So this is called the Yachiyo brush. That's just the name of it, and I got it from an eBay seller. I will link it below. This brush was $8.90 with free shipping from China. So I don't even know how they make money, because basically that's probably how much it costs to ship it. So I have no clue. But it took a very long time to get to me. It came today, which is September 28th. And I placed my order on September 15th. So, I mean, might not be that long if you consider it's free shipping from China. But for someone who's impatient like me, that was pretty long. However, I really like this brush. The handle is spun just like the Nars one. The inside part of it is plastic, however, like the little part that hangs out. I don't know if the Nars one is wooden. This one says it's just plastic. I'm assuming that this part is the wooden part because they call it the wooden Yachiyo brush. So I think this part is just like a wicker wrapped around it, and you can see some flaws in it. Like there's some gaps, and it's a little splintery, if you will, like it's slightly frayed, but nothing super noticeable, and it kind of adds to the like artisan feel of the brush. And then on the top, since this is black, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on camera, but it's like slightly unrefined in the finishing of the top, but the actual brush hairs are incredibly soft. They feel really nice, and something that a lot of the girls mentioned in their review is that this, I think, is a slightly longer or like oval shape than the Nars one, but not by much. And everyone who I saw the review, all the Spanish girls who reviewed this, said that it works exactly like their Yachiyo from Nars, and to them it's an either or brush at this point. So I might buy the $50 Nars brush later down, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. Japanesque also has a dupe, but I like white haired brushes, but I don't like the hassle of them. So if I could get the brush in a dark one and it looked like the Nars one, I was happy. So I'm very happy with this purchase. I just got it today, so I haven't used it. So only time will tell like how far my $9 got me. But I did want to let you guys know that. I also wanted to say that I know a lot of people feel like controversial about, getting a knockoff. This is not a knockoff brush. Nars did not create the Yachiyo brush. Yachiyo brushes have been around for a very long time. They're part of the kabuki style makeup that geishas and kabuki theater artists use. So this is just a style of brush very popular in Japan, and Nars happens to have one. Just an FYI, so don't be like, knockoffs are horrible. Nars is knocking off Japanese tradition. But yeah, so I will put the link to the eBay seller below. Like I said, super soft brush. It's just really nice. And what Yachiyo brushes are good for people who don't know, they're really good for very pigmented colors because of the way that the brush is designed. All the weight is at the top, and the bottom of it is so light that it's very light on your hand, so you don't really like pack on the color, because it kind of forces you to, put the color on lightly and blend well because it's so fluffy. So that's mainly what they're good for. So keeping in line with the Nars dupes / Japanese style brushes, I couldn't get enough of the Yachiyo. I was on Everday Minerals, and it turns out that they just came out with their own Yachiyo brush. So this is obviously very different, you can see in the two, but the same principle. It's skinnier, it has the big kind of bulb ferrule, and then a big fluffy brush. Now this one obviously is much smaller, the head, and it's more tapered, and it has less hairs in it, and it's more concentrated. But the principle is still the same. I've used this one. I've had this one for about a week and a half. And it works really well for blending out color. I do think I'll prefer this one because I have slightly larger cheeks. But if you have a smaller face or you like working in smaller parts of your face, this one would be good for you. I think this one I got for $10 or $11. I think I have the receipt right here. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. The Yachiyo Artisan brush was $9.99, but I think that's currently a promotion, so the price is going to go up. So if you are interested in this brush and you don't care for this one or you want a different type of Yachiyo brush, I would recommend this one. Yeah, I really like this brush so far. The bristle hairs are very soft. They're just like the everyday, or they're just like the Real Techniques where it's like all tack-on. So they're nice and soft. This is like, you know, eco-friendly, all good in the hood. So the next brush I picked up is also a brush that is a dupe for a Nars brush / it is a brush that is used in kabuki makeup, and that is the Itaki, I think is how you say it, Itahaki brush. The Itahaki brush or the Nars Ita brush. So this brush is a very flat and narrow brush. A lot of people think that this brush is for contouring, which it is. That's what I've used it for before. Really good for contouring and then blending out. But traditionally, what in kabuki makeup and what like geishas use this for is to apply their foundation, which I don't know if you can see mine is tinted because I tried it. So what they'll do is they'll pick up the white base makeup that geishas wear, and they'll do like a thick streak of it, and then they'll take, I don't have them, but like one of those, you know, powder puffs. I have one here somewhere. It's going to drive me crazy. Hang on. They take a large powder puff like this, and then they use that to kind of blend out this like big streak that they created with this. And I actually tried that with my foundation, and it worked really well. It takes a lot longer, and it's not going to be an application for every day or for everyone, but I did enjoy it. This one is equally soft, super tack-on, but this brush I feel wasn't made as well as this one. And they have promotions all the time, but I was just being impatient, and I bought this at full price, which was $15.99. So the reason I wasn't as impressed with this brush is I don't know if you can tell, but there are a lot of like loose hairs that come out, and then there's one, is it this one? There's like a couple hairs that are just longer than the rest that don't come out, and they drive me mad. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but on the base, the glue is very visible, and I don't like that. And then even just the handle, it's like you can kind of see, you know, I don't know if that's natural, if that's just like where the wood has been pressed together. I don't know. I just like it to be a little smoother looking like this brush. And then like even their logo looks, I don't know. That to me is from a branding standpoint, not cute if your logo is kind of like janky. So the quality of this brush for the price I paid, not that impressed. But it hasn't like fallen apart. I have had some shedding with it, but it did work well so far. And if you got it at a cheaper price, I think that would be great. So if you're somebody who's into kind of Japanese style brushes, or you like the Nars one, you don't want to pay full price, this is going to be an option for you. Also for people looking for eco-friendly options to the Nars artisan brushes, this would be a great option for you. So then I picked up some brushes from Sephora because I was on their site. I was actually going to buy something else, and then I took everything out of my cart just to buy these things. So they got rid of their Sephora Professionals brushes in the silver handle, so a lot of them have been going on sale, and I missed out on the airbrush brushes that I've been wanting forever, and those I'm sold out pretty quickly. So when I saw these, I was like, I'm just going to buy them because I don't want to miss out. So the first one I picked up is this one, which is the, does it say it on here? Natural Dome Powder Brush, and I'm in love with this brush. It is beautiful. It's like the super softest bristles ever. I think it's goat hair. So incredibly soft. It has a really nice heavy weight to it. It's just very well made. And it is the brother from another mother to the MAC 136 or 8. So you can see they're both dome-shaped powder brushes. The MAC one is a little pointier, and this one is a little more rounded, but they work kind of the same. Good for bronzer, good for all over powder, good for snuggling with. It's so soft. I love this brush. And it was only, I think, $17 in the sale, so I was really glad. I checked, and none of these are available anymore, unfortunately. But you should still check because they might start putting other ones out. I would just keep checking the Sephora sale section. Then I picked up this one, which I actually owned before in their black handle, And this one is called the Smudge, and it's just a cute, teeny, tiny little stiff shader brush. It's good for smudging at the lash line, the lower lash line, applying concentrated color to the outer V, or applying like really concentrated color right under the brow bone, and then blending out with another brush. I love this brush. I used to own it, like I said, in the black handle, and then I dropped it on the bus. And I feel once you drop something on the bus, there's no rubbing alcohol that can sanitize that one. So I had to toss it. So I'm happy to get it back. Again, this was on sale. I don't remember how much. Then the last brush that was in the sale section that I picked up is this one, and it's from their, I think it's called like their IT line. Does it say what? I don't know. It's like their fancy high-tech brushes. I hate that it's pink, but what can you do? So these brushes were really cool because they come with this little top. FYI, let's talk about that. And it's really cool because it helps keep your brush dust-free. It helps keep the shape of your brush, but also when you are washing your brushes, you can flip this over on the edge and dry your brush completely flat. So I really like that about this. And it just comes right off. So this is the Face Contour 133 brush. Now this is a really small contour. This is kind of like, is this my, yeah, MAC 109, but even smaller. So if this is even too big for you and you really want precision contouring, this is going to be your brush. I've been using it for highlight really, and then for the powder that goes on top of my concealer. That's what I like it for, but I could see it being very good for like getting a precise contour, working the nose contours, under the chin, so very good for precision contouring. Now this, very similar to the Yachiyo brushes, the designs of this brush are made to, so that you can have multiple control of your brush, particularly because this one is so lightweight. They're a very lightweight brush. They have like little to no weight to them. So a lot of people really like that because then you can kind of control, I guess, the brush versus the brush controlling you. But yeah, this was also on sale, so definitely check out your Sephora section for sale stuff. Then let's finish up with the last two brushes I picked up. Then I picked up these two brushes from Sonia Kashuk, and I'll start with the dupe brush. The first one is this. It's a Sonia Kashuk. I don't know what it's called. I think I saved the little paper. Yeah. Vanessa for the win. Let's see. It is called the Flat Top Sculpting Brush, and this is it. I think it was about $13. So this brush is designed for contouring, sculpting, and blending. So this is a dupe for the new MAC brush that came out, but it could easily also be a dupe for something like the Ita. So just a little food for thought. But it is a direct dupe of the MAC brush that just came out with the Face and Body collection. So this brush is really good for precise contouring. You do a thick line and then you kind of blend it out. I've been using it and I love it. I've used it with cream bronzers. I've used it with powder. And I really am liking this brush. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it gives you a really nice, really like in-your-face kind of contour. So I'm happy that I picked that up. And then the other brush I picked up because I was like, what do you use that for? And it's also a very thin, where this one is thick though. This is just super thin, super angled brush. And normally I can see a brush and figure out what you'd use it for, but this one I was like, what the heck can you use it for? And it's a large angled liner brush. It says the angled shape of this brush fits perfectly over the entire upper lash line. Place color on the flat top of the brush, rock it back and forth for an even smoky application, or use clean to soften liner or smudge blah blah blah. So this one, I tried it once and it didn't work and I haven't tried it again. So we're going to see. But you heard what I said. Basically, you're supposed to rest this on your upper lash line and it's supposed to do like, you know, you go like that and you have perfect liner without the effort. So we're going to keep playing with this and see if it was worth the money. I detest the handle for this one specifically. Like this one, I just don't like thick handles. I like them to come to a little taper or to be proportional to what I'm using it for. I don't want like a big handle when I'm working on my eyes. So the handle of this one is weird to me, but otherwise I'm intrigued and I'm ready to try it again. From Five Below, I picked up this little pencil case just for, you know, makeup and my kid and my everyday life. You know, just good to have these. I always pick up like a good one when I see one. And this one was green. How could I say no? So yeah, this would be good for taking brushes on the go, for putting dirty brushes in here, for putting like small makeup, like if you're doing your makeup on the go, that sort of thing. That's my haul. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to start doing some tutorials because I've been wanting to do some, and I've had 2 or 3 requests based on my Instagram, which you should go follow. So yeah, I'll be doing some tutorials coming up soon. I'll do a follow-up on this dupe and tell you, like, did it, you know, hold up? Is it falling apart? What's the deal? And all that. I also have an Italian makeup brand haul from Kiko. If my sister would ever get over here and record it with me, because she bought this for me and she hasn't been on my channel in a while, so I want her to be part of that haul. So yeah, a lot of videos coming up, and that's it. Links below to all my social media, Twitter, my Tumblr, and my Pinterest, and my Instagram. And also, for those of you who don't know, I have a second channel. I hate when people say that, but I do, where I do beverage reviews. So I review different drinks, alcoholic and non, but I haven't done any alcoholic yet. I'm working my way there. So far, just like a lot of different juices and drinks that I see walking around like Whole Foods and the grocery store. So if you're into that sort of weird thing, check me out. It's called Vane Takes a Sip here on YouTube. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm talking too much. Bye.